Hello gang, good to have you back once again. We are once back in an MRBC style scrimmage. We've got the Monitors versus the Free Wrestle Hague Republic's first Hussars. It looks like the Hussars are a red team, while the Monitors are going blue. Let's get in and see how things are going to go. Looks like the Monitors are moving up. Probably going to push the saddle. Almost look like a sec there. They're going to try and take the cave. Hussars come across, getting a good position. Looks like they're going to use cover. Going to keep them from getting good lines of fire, but no, they're getting in the open enough. Whoever crests is going to take a lot of nasty to the face. Hussars scout poked and did not take the hit. And the match is on. That was fast. Which way will it go? Looks like Hussars are taking the lion's share of the damage at the moment. I could flip it. No! There goes a Monitor. Tiberius Dax is down, but so are two Hussars. Dang, I look across my screen for a second. It changes. 2 down on each team. We got a nice central grind going around the buildings. Staying a lot more even. I like that. Nope. Third Hussars down, and they got a lot more damage. It's starting to stack up. Gothet's almost down on the Monitor side. Nope, he is gone. All right, that's 4-3 down so far. Mars are managing to team up multiple mechs on singles. It's not going to work well. Ooh, another Hussar down, and only 2 Hussars left. So it is 5-on-2. But they're both fast. It could play out in a number of ways. Staying mobile, but it is a high mobility. 4 lights, 4 mediums. So, oh, there goes another Hussar. 1 Hussar left. Nighthawk Rebel. It is nice to see that the patch from PGI actually fixed that cockpit issue. So I'm not getting yanked around anymore. Come on. Stay alive, do some more damage. Oh, I think he lost a leg, and he's down. There's 8 kills to 3. Alright. Actually, let's double check, see how things went. There you've got the individual scores. You can see who did how well. Next round. Alright gang, welcome back once again. As you know, Free Wrestle Hague first Hussars are the red team for these matches. Monitors are in blue. Monitors took the first round. See if the Hussars can rally up, take the second. Now let's see if it develops like it has in the past, where most of the action takes place right over here. Looks like it's going to be heading that way. Monitors are a little strung out, pulling it in together. Of course, you should remember, this is Caustic Valley. There are still no artillery strikes, no air strikes. The streaks are allowed. Should be 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies now. Monitors moving in. Looks like the Hussars are taking up a defensive up here. Interesting. Let's see how it works out. Might give them good elevation and lanes of fire. Arc lights out front in the Jenner, doing a little scouting, looking around. First one they spotted, though, is J.D. Toker. Hussars are putting good combined fire from the mechs that have lines of fire on him. Mars responding, hugging that left side and moving up. And there we start. Good exchanges going back and forth. Long range, starting to pelt. Swing around to the other side. See if we can get a better visual. That's a strike. Somebody forgot there's not supposed to be any strikes in here. Not till round 4 and 5. Monsters moving in, taking some heavy damage up front. That's Gothic Vash taking the lion's share of the damage, pushing the way in, and Cynic Frog is actually down, but so is Ashka Knight on... Excuse me. But so are two members of the Hussars on the other side. Pushing out into the middle of that lance. That cost the Hussars a third mech. It's 3-2, Monitor's favor. 4-2. That was a good plan, could have worked. Coming apart a bit, they can still pull it off. They can keep good lines of fire. Shred down some Monitors. That is a fifth Hussar down, though. Force and Wolverine are holding high position. Oh, looks like the Wolverine's overheated and shut down temporarily. That is a sixth Hussar down. Last two are up. It's one Monitor trying to sneak around the back, but I don't think it's really going to be necessary. Seventh, only one left is Nighthawk Rebel again. And 5-on-1, really no other outcome for that. Oh, that's the match over. 8-2 this time. Let me go bring up those individual scores for you. And there you go. Pretty decent spread for the most part across the Monitors, except for the two that went down early on, of course. A decent overall spread across for the Hussars. Catch you on the next match. Alright, gang, third match. Polar Highlands. In come the Monitors. There's so much terrain space here, though. It does take a minute to get back and forth. Even for the super swoopy speeds of the free-floating camera. Let's head over. FRR First Hussars have been thinking outside the box, using some different tactics. So I'm just going to float over here by them, see what they decide to do. And I'll cut out the long dry maneuvering period if there's nothing of note. Alright, floated back across. Monitors are mostly coming up, as suspected, through the ravines. Get that little bit of low ground that you can, get into a firing position. However, off to the left, we've got Cynic Frog moving scout. And out, grabbing the resource point feasibly. Yep. Also keeping eyes on the flank. Rest of the team moving up the middle. Looks like the Hussars are pretty much sticking together. Looks like Cynic Frog is going to be cutting back around to rejoin the team rather than pushing forward more. That's alright. I wonder if he got eyes on, because the rest of the team's cutting across. Really, this map is big enough it could almost be a CW. Nice little thought there. Panda Box uses Hunchback 2C to get some elevation. Try and get some eyes on. Do some spotting. Doesn't look like it spotted anything, though. But, as soon as Dark Rider X steps on that resource point, or any of the others do, they'll be telling the Monitors where they're at. Alright, Monitors have got to know where they're at now. They just lost control of Epsilon. Now, are they coming across or continuing to move sideways through? They're not coming straight across, but they're definitely cutting an angle. If they keep at it, they may be able to move around, get on the Hussars' tail. Except the Hussars are keeping moving. They got Epsilon and just pressing on forward. Monitors are taking Theta. That's going to keep them from getting too far behind the Hussars in points. Might just be able to get some eyes on here in a sec. Will he pop up or will he stay low? If he pops up on that ridge, he'll spot the trail elements. He might be able to. Come on, Toker, you got him? You see him? Nope, looks like he missed him. But they are definitely getting... Nope, now it looks like he might have spotted him. Looks like they've spotted him too, backing up into the buildings. And there's the first shot fired. As expected for this range, though, really light, almost negligible damage on both sides. No, even under 98%. Monitors are coming in. Hussars moving to the resource point. Last one of these we watched, it was won by resource points. We may be looking at that again, unless something seriously turns around. Now the monitors have taken the previous two, so if they don't change something up, Hussars are going to take this on resources. Not a thing wrong with that. Gothic Vash coming around, opening up some fires. Well, it looks like most of the Hussars are down and out of sight. Starshine Breeze is taking a bit of damage. He's down to 88%. But now he's below the firing line. Dexion's going up a bit. There's Jaeger backing back down, trying to get some lanes of fire. Now, going to a couple monitors come over this ridge into all that. There's going to be a problem. For the monitors, anyway. But they got to do something. They're falling way behind on the resource points. Although they did just take Kappa back, that puts them 3-2 on the resources. There we go, opening up some fires. Let's stay high. See how this goes. Some monitors running a push. Let's get into the fight, because here it comes. There we go, we got a UAV up. Fire starting up, Gothic's down to 80%. Puts him running lowest, and Hussars have got some concentrated joint fires on him back there. Rest of the monitors need to push over and give him some better support. They're focusing, trying to get that Victor down. But Gothic's the one to go down first. Alright. Pushing back over, we've got a ridgeline skirmish. Gun line on gun line, fighting it out. He's going to go down next. Monitors are actually taking the brunt on this. 2 UAVs up above, probably one from each team. Keeping eyes on. And there's some LRMs going over the ridge. UAVs are down. That is a second monitor down. Cave Fox probably just took too much damage. Monitors are swinging around to the left, but looks like the Hussars are keeping eyes on them. Hussars have got a couple that are pretty badly damaged, but they're staying in the fight. That is a third monitor down. So they're catching up on resource points. So, if it just comes down to Cynic Frog and his light, might be able to take it on resources. They have managed to flip it. Oh, Dark Rider X, the first Hussar to go down, but they're now 5 monitors down. And the last 2 up here in the fight aren't in great condition. Oh, that's a 6th monitor down. Tiberius Dax is down as well. The only one left is Cynic Frog. And it's probably going to go to the resources, gang. Looking at that, I don't think the Hussars can get to the points and get them turned over fast enough. They managed to win the gunfight. Going to lose on resources, which they originally led on. Here we go. Yep, match over. Match the monitors for resources. Let's see those individual scores, and then we'll get on to the next match. There we go. Starshine Breeze definitely in the Hunchback 2C. Carried most damage and tied for most kills on the side of the Hussars. Monitors, that distinction definitively goes to TJ Toker. Catch you in the next match. Hello gang, welcome back once again. Monitors have taken the first 3 out of 5 matches, but now strikes are back. Will it make a good difference? Of course, in that last one, the Hussars outshot them. See which way they go. Hussars moving to the right. Going counterclockwise. Oh, and Monitor's coming the same way, it looks like. We might have a quick head-to-head. That'd be a nice change, wouldn't it? Rather than racetracking around. Both teams coming in on the same point. Guess we get nasty quick. Wait, Hussars seem to be heading towards the center. Toker's coming up in his Black Knight. Might be the first to get eyes on. Face to face. That was nice and nasty. There we go. Do we know each other's locations? Move it in. Ah, nice one. Howling Flig actually got a UAV up above him. That strike went a little deep. They're trying. I don't know, the Hussars are moving back, covering their king crab. Yep. It's moving up the valley, getting some distance. Mars are trying to get in, get on his back, though. Open him up before he can get too far away. And they're going to do it, too, if something doesn't change up quick. Yeah, he's down to 50% already, and he's out. It looks like most of the Hussars broke off to go get resource points. It's a tactic that can work. Mars are pushing in. Let's get down to the central fight zone. That is the second Hussar down. That was Panda Box and his Hunchback 2C. Interesting little turn of events. Monitors are in really good condition. So are the rest of the Hussars. The Hussars are spread out working resource points, though. Bunch of monitors moving this way, and one Hussar over here by himself. Dexion 1. Yeah, looks like he's got a Highlander here. Face off an Arclight's Jenner. Arclight's now got support. Make sure we're not missing other fights. Nope, the rest of the Hussars are over the other side of the map. %44 for poor Dexion. 38. Yeah, focus team fire. That's the finish of him. Alright, rest of the Hussars are over the other side of the map. He did some good damage spread amongst a couple of the monitors. But standing alone, well, we all know how that works. Alright, Lance and the Hussars are sticking together, staying in the low ground. While one member, Howling Flea and his Arctic Cheetah, staying out forward. First member of them to make contact, still alive, in good shape, grabbing resource points. So they're going to take Kappa next. They're a good ways up on the resource points. If they can maintain that long enough, they'll be good to go. Monitors are coming back, though. About half of them spread out, moving across high ground, trying to get eyes on. Rest coming up through the valley. And that'll be a head-to-head. The Hussars don't turn around. Monitors are taking points back. Gotta start flipping that resource count back around. This will be even for a few seconds anyway. Oh, the monitors have spotted Howling Flea, but he's in the valley. Now we got some face-to-face. Lance on Lance, but the rest of the monitors will be moving in quick. Most likely. Here we go. Now how's this going to play out? Razor Beast is down there in a Thunderbolt. That can soak a lot of damage. They finished him off, but the rest of the monitors are coming in, and now boxing the Hussars in a little bit. They've taken some good damage. None of their mechs are in perfect condition. There went another. 4 Hussars left. We got a one-on-one fight over the resource point. The other 3 are over here skirmishing away. Oh, another one down. That was Starshine Breeze. Now the resource point's a 3-on-1. And the other 2 Hussars are over here to the side, trying to hold and do some damage. Excuse me, Razor Beast. And they took down Bullet and his Mauler with them. Only one left is Howlin' Fleas at 41%. That Archie Cheetah trying to move out. If he can get away, stay away, flip a couple points, might still pull this off, but it'll be tough. Ooh, that was a heavy broach. No, he is ripped up. 29% and he's down. That is matched by kills. Monitors are taking 4 of 4 so far. Alright, let's see those individual scores. There you have them, leading damage for the Hussars. Howlin' Flea. Over on the monitor side, JD Toker. Next and last match. Let's do it. I'm sorry, gang, but at this point, I've got to apologize for something I had no control over. 90% of the way through the match, some wonderful maneuvering and shooting back and forth, exchanges of fire, and maneuvers to cut off opposing players, done by both teams, and I get a system failure kick from MWO. Got back into match before the end of the game, but unfortunately it had fragged out the video, so all I can bring you is the final score. It was a fabulous final fight. I wish I could have brought it to you. The final scores do not represent how well it was played out. So everyone, please feel free to leave any thoughts, comments, suggestions, or observations for the teams down below. And I hope you enjoyed. I am the Articulate Grunt. Until next time, I'm out from here. Bye.